from Hardee's.
Good evening. I'm Michelle Arnold in for Brian and Tambry. Thanks for joining GTN News tonight. Nearly 1 year later, and there are still no answers regarding the death of a Gainesville teen. That's our big story tonight on GTN News. 16-year-old Sebastian Oxenius was shot and killed in his home, and investigators still have no leads. GTN's George Solis reports that for many involved in the case, time does not heal all wounds.
We want to believe, he was too special to be in this war,
Words from an emotional father still suffering from the loss of his own flesh and blood. Boris Oxenius tells us nearly 1 year later, the lack of answers regarding the death of his 16-year-old son Sebastian, while just as painful as the day it happened, doesn't have the family playing the blame game.
I am not here to blame somebody because it's nothing we can do. My son is already gone.
A void that also seems to be felt in this tight-knit community where it all happened. One area resident who wanted to remain anonymous says her best memory of Sebastian captures who the young man really was.
He was a kid that would take his niece or nephew. His sister had a baby. I don't know what it was, but I would see this teenage boy walking, taking care of the baby. What a great kid.
The initial report stated that Sebastian was up late playing video games with a friend when he went into his kitchen. Soon after, all that was heard was a struggle and the shots that took the teen's life. Alachua County Sheriff Sadie Darnell says 1 year later, not much has changed from that report.
It wears on you, to know that the case isn't solved and you can't get the questions to the answers to your questions. You can't find some resolution or resolve in your mind about why. And it's hard to understand why we can't solve this case, but we can only work with the information and the evidence that we have.
Nearly 1 year later, and the investigation is still at a dead end. But as a reminder of the pain felt by the family, this message on the 34th Street wall speaks in more volumes than anyone could ever hear. George Solis, GTN News, working for you.
Thank you, George. Tomorrow from 5 to 8 p.m., the Zaxby's on 43rd Street will hold a fundraiser for the Justice for Sebastian Reward Fund. The family hopes the money will make someone with information come forward. Also tonight, remembering a woman many had forgotten about. The body of 31-year-old Angel Harris was found in this corner behind some bushes in the Sun Center parking lot. Police say the victim, believed to be homeless, was frequently seen around the 400 block of South Main Street. Police are investigating this as a murder. GTN's Venice Toussaint spoke to many who knew her, and she has the story.
All this stuff is hers. And now she's gone. Now she's gone.
A shopping cart filled with personal belongings is all that's left near this sidewalk where Angel Harris used to lay her head.
We're not going to get rid of her stuff at all. We're going to keep it for memories. We're going to keep it for memories.
Angel's a very sweet person, kind-hearted. She'll give you her last.
Many in the homeless community are still shocked about her murder. They say Angel has been battling a drug addiction and prostitution for years, but had no enemies.
I don't understand why somebody in their right mind would harm her the way that they did.
Detectives say two men were trying to hide their bikes behind these bushes in the Sun Center parking lot, but instead found the body of Angel Harris in this narrow walkway. This man, who asked not to be identified, said his friend was one of the guys who discovered Harris's body.
Blood everywhere and the way she was positioned and stuff, and he said he could tell she had been raped, robbed, and murdered.
Investigators aren't confirming how or why she was killed, but many who knew her said it was likely a drug or prostitution deal gone bad.
I'm a prostitute. She's a prostitute. Everybody knows it. Okay, I think the man propositioned her. He may not have had very much, and he just did what he did to her.
Crime is not uncommon in the homeless community. One woman tells us she was approached by the man who was believed to be the killer, and he tried forcing her into the woods to have sex with him.
Somebody killed my best friend. She was a good girl. Nobody deserved this. Nobody deserved this. Nobody.
Venice Toussaint, GTN News, working for you.
Thank you, Venice. Angel has 2 children, but we were unable to reach her family for comment. If you have any information, you're asked to call Detective Smith at 393-7661. Well, many of you getting a first look at Gainesville's newest fire station. It's the city's newest building, Fire Station number 8. The new station is decked out with all the latest technology and includes instructional classrooms. 13 new firefighters will staff the new station 24 hours a day. Hundreds turned out for a peek at the new digs. Meteorologist Kyle Dennis joins us live from the Weather Center with tonight's first alert weather. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Michelle. This is how you make up for a rain deficit. Almost 3 inches of rain now total here in Gainesville today. A lot of heavy rain. Fortunately, not seeing any severe weather, but we are getting something we definitely and desperately need, and that is some heavy rainfall. And it's been pretty widespread across the area, and that's a good thing. Could be seeing some more of that as we make our way into the day tomorrow. 74 degrees at 7 in the morning. More showers and storms late in the day. High temperatures once again only in the lower 90s, so still pretty comfortable out there. Michelle?
Thanks, Kyle. Well, the local blood bank needs your help. Every summer, the number of people who donate blood goes down. That causes a shortage in our local hospitals. Life South Community Blood Center needs all types of blood, but especially type O because of its versatility. Anyone age 17 or older or age 16 with permission from a parent can donate. You must also weigh a minimum of 110 pounds and be in good health.
You know, right now with we're trying to play catch up. The hospitals are still needing blood, but we're a little bit behind, and so we're trying to encourage donors to come out and donate blood. So we are in a special need of O positive and O negative, but all blood types are important right now with the summer shortage.
And the blood bank is having a Battle of the Sexes blood drive on Wednesday at the Gainesville Health and Fitness locations from 6 a.m. until midnight, and it's a contest to see who can give the most blood. There will be prizes given out hourly, and everyone is welcome to come. After a complete investigation, it turns out a combination of equipment flaws and a panic attack led to the death of one horse during a training exercise at Lake Waburg. University of Florida officials say during the water exercise, the horse panicked, kicking a flotation device to its rear and pushing its head into the water. A necropsy determined the horse suffocated to death.
Terrible tragedy. And certainly they did everything that they could do and followed their protocols related to this exercise.
It's been recommended that a chest strap be added to that flotation device and that a trainer be in with students for future exercises. Still ahead, a Minnesota Congresswoman officially joins the race for the White House. Plus, 3 years after controversy hits a former Illinois governor, he's now facing a prison sentence. The latest on the retrial coming up.
The Gator baseball team is 2 wins away from a national title. I'm Joe Gervin at McKeithen Stadium, and I'll get you ready for the championship series of the College World Series coming up in sports.
Wildfires can cause major economic and environmental damages. The loss of homes, property, and even habitats may result. Florida can experience wildfires any time of the year. March, April, May, and June are typically the most active months. Escaped yard debris burns account for most of Florida's wildfires. It is important to learn how and when to safely burn outdoors. Visit your local Division of Forestry office or your local fire station to find out how you can protect yourself and your property, or visit www.fldof.com.
I'm really worried. One of my friends is living on the street.
I know someone who can help.
Who?
1-800-RUNAWAY.org. They help kids having a rough time at home, in school, or on the street. Trust the National Runaway Switchboard. If you're having a hard time, get online or call to chat now.
Hi, this is Freddie Weeby, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and our GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
Your life changes in a split second, and who cares? The insurance company? The other driver? The big company that may break the rules? For over 50 years, Avery Smith has cared for Florida's families who have been injured. Getting you help quickly is always our first priority. I'm Mark Avra. If you've been hurt in an accident, give us a call. We can help get what you deserve. So who cares? We do.
If you have a story for GTN News, call the newsroom now or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Hi, this is Freddie Wiebe, owner of the 8 Gainesville Domino's. We're proud that you've made us the #1 pizza choice. Big reason for our success is our advertising, like our decision to partner with the Gainesville Television Network and their GTN News. Our Domino's sponsorship of Joe Gervin's GTN Sports has helped us build our brand. Bottom line, Gator Domino's and GTN News both deliver.
Thanks, Freddie. Gotta go.
Hey!
Working for you. GTN meteorologist Kyle Dennis with your first alert forecast.
Well, we've seen relief from the extreme heat. Now we're getting a little relief from the extreme drought. Now today, almost up to 3 inches for the day, and much of that just fell in the last couple of hours with some heavy downpours. In just 1 hour, we saw almost 1 3/4 inches of rain. 91 for the high today, still a degree above normal, but right near where we should be for this time of year. This is how you make up for a rain deficit in a hurry. It's amazing how the deficit can take months to form. We were behind by about 7 inches for the year, and now we're making up a good bit of that in just 1 day. Satellite pictures showing still a lot of cloud cover around the area, so certainly not living up to our reputation as the sunshine state. But notice these clouds are going down way over the Gulf of Mexico. There are a lot of clouds streaming up from down there, and right near the Yucatan Peninsula there is a cluster of showers and thunderstorms that we're watching that does have the potential to develop into a tropical system. Has not yet at this time, but we're keeping our eye on it. Temperatures right now at 72 here in Gainesville, 74 in Cross City, 76 in Valdosta. Normally at this time of night, especially the last few weeks, we have been seeing temperatures well into the 80s, so the rain has really helped to cool us off and really make things a whole lot more comfortable out there, and I expect that to continue over the next couple days. So here's a look at the radar. The really heavy rain now shifting off towards the south into Levy and Marion counties. Here in Alachua County, still seeing some heavy rain, but you can notice towards the end of the loop that things are slowly winding down. But a pretty solid area of rain covering a good bit of the area, something we don't really see a whole lot of, at least not over the last couple of weeks, without a tropical system in place. Normally we've been seeing those isolated storms at the very localized downpours, but now we're seeing some widespread heavy rainfall, as we were talking a lot about last week. It looks like we do have a couple more chances for that to continue. An area of low pressure well up towards the north, producing some showers in the Ohio Valley. We're not really going to directly feel the impacts of this system, but the air mass to the south of it, near where we are, is still very unstable. So the next few days do feature more chances for showers and thunderstorms. So overnight tonight, pretty much going to keep the clouds around. They may break up a bit and maybe a little sunshine into the start of the day tomorrow, but we do have a lot of showers developing once again on our future weather computer, and that continues on into the day on Wednesday, although I think on Wednesday they won't be quite as numerous. So when we don't get those thunderstorms, we will be seeing a little bit more in the way of some breaks of sunshine off towards the east. On Wednesday night around 11 o'clock, we're going to start to see a development of some strong storms once again. Jacksonville, St. Augustine, those places could be in for some strong storms. Overnight tonight, 73 for the low. Thunderstorms will be coming to an end, and then we'll see some clearing late, but the clouds are going to linger into the day tomorrow, and we are going to be seeing some more showers, especially in the afternoon, but it won't come until we see at least a little bit of sunshine in the morning, and it could be enough sun to warm us up to 93, just a few degrees above normal. But overall, temperatures not going to be terribly hot this week compared to what they've been like. 94 for the high on Wednesday, Thursday up to 93, a little bit more in the way of some sunshine, and more sunshine as we head into Friday and Saturday when we make it up to 96.
So some storms this week, but it'll be pretty.
That's right. We've desperately needed some rain. Now we're getting it, so that's good news.
That is good news. Thank you, Kyle. Former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich convicted on 17 of his 20 corruption charges. A jury handing down the verdicts in Chicago this afternoon. One verdict of not guilty, and the jury was hung on the remaining 2. Blagojevich was arrested in December 2008 and impeached a month later by the Illinois legislature. He was accused of trying to sell President Obama's Senate seat. In his first trial, Blagojevich was convicted of lying to the FBI and already faces up to 5 years for the lying conviction.
Well, among the many lessons that I've learned from this whole experience is to try to speak a little bit less. So I'm going to keep my remarks kind of short. Patty and I obviously are very disappointed in the outcome. I frankly am stunned.
Did you get a fair
This makes him the second Illinois governor in a row to face a prison sentence for corruption. Former Governor George Ryan is serving a 6.5-year sentence. Time for your vote 2012 and an official announcement from an emerging frontrunner.
I am Michelle Bachmann. I am running for the President of the United States. Together we can do this. Together we can rein in the corruption and the waste that has become Washington, and instead we can leave behind a better future for the next generation of Americans. Together we can make a better America if we stick together. Together we can bring the promise of the future. Together we can. Together we will.
The Minnesota Congresswoman made the announcement this morning in her hometown of Waterloo, Iowa. Iowa, of course, holds the first presidential caucuses. Bachmann's ties to the state already appear to be working in her favor. The first poll from the Des Moines Register shows fellow Republican candidate Mitt Romney leading with 23% and Bachmann in a close second at 22%. A global arrest warrant has been issued for Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi. The International Criminal Court making that official today. Judges announced Gaddafi, his son, and his intelligence chief are wanted for crimes against humanity. They're accused of killing hundreds of anti-government protesters in the country's ongoing uprising. And the Venezuelan government denies reports that President Hugo Chavez is suffering from prostate cancer. A Miami newspaper recently quoted a U.S. intelligence official saying Chavez is in critical condition. He was last heard from publicly on June 12th. He's being treated in Cuba. It's unclear what he is suffering from. Chavez has long been a harsh critic of the United States.
Time for global news now. A major drug bust in Venezuela with the military seizing more than 5 tons of cocaine. Officials call it a major victory against drug traffickers and one of the nation's most significant drug confiscations in recent years. Venezuela is a key transit spot in the shipment of drugs from Colombia to the U.S. and to Europe. 3 million revelers turn out for Sao Paulo's 50th annual Gay Pride Parade. The nation, famous for its wild carnival, is no slouch when it comes to gay pride celebrations. Promoters claim it's the world's largest gay pride parade. Brazil's Supreme Court recognized homosexual partnerships in May, giving them most of the rights afforded to heterosexual couples. Veterinarians at a New Zealand zoo are working overtime to save the life of an unexpected visitor. The emperor penguin washed ashore on the beaches of New Zealand last week, more than 1,800 miles from Antarctica, the only place on Earth where penguins can live in the wild. The penguin appeared healthy at first, but quickly started showing signs of being lethargic. The penguin is in critical condition at a zoo. A local millionaire has offered to pay the penguin's transport back to Antarctica aboard a Russian icebreaker trip in February. And that is your global news now.
Jeremy Moss is next with sports as the Gator baseball team faces South Carolina in the College World Series. And it's best of 3 for all the marbles as Florida tries to dethrone the defending champs.
When it rains on our cities, the water flows into what we drink. The Arbor Day Foundation invites you to plant trees in your community, so the water that flows into our rivers and streams will be clean and safe. Visit arborday.org to find out how to plant the right trees in the right place and support Tree City USA.
If it's happening in Gainesville, you'll see it in Gainesville Today, the city's most popular about-town guide. Watch for it in your mail or pick it up at more than 1,000 locations. Our June issue features men in business. From a roofer to an attorney, you'll enjoy reading why these men are so valuable to their chosen professions. We also provide a glimpse of what went into the making of June's front cover. Then read all about a local tango group that gives a Latin flavor to Saturday nights right here in Gainesville. Get your Gainesville Today free and visit us on the web at GainesvilleToday.com.
So you actually reward people for staying with you?
Yep, the longer you stay with us, the more you save. And when you switch from another company to us, we even reward you for the time you spent there.
Genius. Yeah, genius.
You guys must have your own loyalty program, right?
Well, we have something. Sure, Tom. Huh? You should see November.
Oh, yeah.
Giving you more. Now that's progressive. Call or click today.
Hi.
Hi, I just got my car insurance bill and
Wow, I really need to shop for a better rate. Any thoughts?
Well, I can do two things.
Okay.
First, we'll show you our progressive direct rates and rates from our competitors. People who switch save an average of over $500 a year.
Very cool. Oh, and the second thing?
It's origami.
You just blew my mind.
Making it easy to shop and save. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
If you have a story for GTN News, call the newsroom now or email us at news@mygtn.tv.
Big Brothers Big Sisters of Mid-Florida has been serving the children in our community for over 35 years. By providing positive role models to at-risk youth, we make a big difference, one child at a time.
My big brother helps me with school. My big sister listens to my problems.
Help us help these children.
This great cause needs your support.
Will you be my big sister?
It's safe to say the SEC East is the best of the best when it comes to college baseball. And the proof is in the pudding, so to speak. Florida and South Carolina representing in the College World Series Championship. Game 1 of the best-of-3 series. And let's pick this one up. Well, before the game starts, as everyone's a little nervous maybe, definitely concentrated on the game. Hudson Randall not nervous. He was mowing him down, had a great game. But Forrest Kumis of South Carolina was answering the call. He gets the strikeout here. Let's go to the third inning. Kumis with a wild pitch. Tyler Thompson is going to scamper over to the third. And Cody Dent, the batter, hits a fly ball to left. So the wild pitch enables Dent to race home, and he beats the throw, and the Gators lead at 1-0. Still 1-0 in the 8th inning. Randall still on the hill, and look at this seeing eye ground ball, gets right up the middle, bounces off the mound. Scott Wingo with the RBI. It's 1-1. Bottom of the 9th, bases loaded. Wingo again going home, and he gets Mike Zunino out at home on the Thompson grounder. Then next batter, Dan Piggott to Wingo. It's the 4-2-3 double play. And they're in the bottom of the 10th inning now. Gators have 2 on and 2 outs. Mike Zunino, they're tied at 1 apiece. The Rays hosting the Reds. And this one from St. Pete. Brendan Phillips at the plate for the Reds, and he sends a shot to center field. Back goes B.J. Upton. He can't get it. It is 1-0 Reds on the Phillips double. 2-0 in the 4th. Former Ray Johnny Gomes at the plate. And Gomes is going to send a high fly ball to left. Does it have enough juice? Yes, it does. Gomes with the home run. It's 3-zip. Now in the 4th, Phillips laces a single, and that makes it 4-0. The Reds doing it at the plate, doing it on the mound. 5-zip is your final as the Rays fall. Hey, the Braves out in Seattle, a beautiful ballpark, Safeco Field, definite pitcher's park, and that's not good for the Mariners. Brandon Beachy's been excellent for the Braves lately. Strikes out Ichiro and gets another batter in the first, as the Braves taking the lead here on the Brian McCann home run. And they're in the 5th inning, or bottom of the 4th, I should say. McCann, he's the only scorer of the game with the home run. Well, former North Carolina State star quarterback Russell Wilson's headed to Wisconsin. The All-ACC quarterback was deciding between the Badgers and the Auburn Tigers. He had been playing minor league baseball in the Colorado Rockies organization this summer, but informed the team today that he's leaving. Because he graduated in 3 years at NC State, he was able to transfer to another school and play next season. Wisconsin is expected to compete for the Big Ten title and adds a key player to a team that lost its starting quarterback following last year's trip to the Rose Bowl. Well, the 4th round at Wimbledon, and there is Prince William and Princess Kate. There you go. All right, Serena, she loses to Marion Bartoli, the 2-time defending champ, is out of Wimbledon, and her sister Venus taking on Svetlana Peronkova.
She stunned
She
us.
loses as well. Maria Sharapova, though,
able to keep her run going, and she's looking good heading into the quarterfinals, beating Shuai Peng.
Pretty good history.
Caroline Wozniacki, the top seed in the women's tournament, is ousted as well. Roger Federer wins over Mikhail Yuzny, and Rafa Nadal advances. Look at the footwork by Rafa, and you just can't give him this much court. He beats Juan Martín del Potro. And we go to the quarterfinals of Wimbledon. And by the way, the Gator baseball game, we'll try and get you an updated score before the end of the show.
Okay, thank you very much, Jeremy. Coming up, weighing in on what those numbers on the scale could mean for your career. That's coming up on GTN News.
My Florida Showcase.
Gorgeous, huh? Yeah, it's really unique.
Hitch a ride with us and get an up-close look at some of the most unique businesses around Gainesville and the people behind them.
And make sure you give me a doggy bag with some of those conch fritters, okay?
Monet.
Monet.
Wow, I love Monet.
I love Monet, too. Let Zach and Ashley show you some of the greatest places that you'll want to visit in North Central Florida.
You know, young lady, it's time for me to hop up on old Rory here and ride off into the sunset.
Be sure to catch My Florida Showcase.
Home is our community lifestyle magazine featuring businesses, individuals, and nonprofits who make us proud to call the heart of Florida our home.
We did this rebranding. The image that magazine has in the community and the demographic it serves is the exact folks that I wanted to get my message in front of. I mean, I'm almost without words because it was so good. It accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish with that.
Home, bringing local businesses closer to the community they serve.
I'm a spokesperson, not a lawyer. If you've been hurt in an accident, you may be asking yourself, should I get a lawyer, a doctor? Just call 1-800-ASK-GARY. You may be scared and confused about who you should call. There is one number you can call to get a lawyer or doctor right now. Plus, the lawyer won't cost you a single penny unless they recover money for you. Ask for help. Ask us for a doctor. Ask us for a lawyer. Ask Gary, a medical and lawyer referral service. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Visit historic Main Street, Alachua, and discover the heart of the Good Life community at the Ivy House, Colleen's Closet, the Garden Gallery, Flooring Solutions, Conestoga's Restaurant, Prissy Pals, Alachua Farm and Lumber, Jackson Antiques, Valerie's Loft, Bev's Better Burgers, Custom Lighting, and Main Street Pie. Main Street, Alachua is waiting for you.
A new survey shows when it comes to weight, the numbers on your pants affect the numbers on your paycheck. Jeremy Campbell has more.
Step on the scale. For a woman, lower weight leads to higher pay. Here's the twist. When a man weighs in, more pounds mean more pay. It's all in this salary survey conducted in part by a University of Florida professor. This chart from the report reflects a classic double standard. The blue salary line for men goes up with their weight, as the red salary line for women goes down for the same weight gain. Stats like this could make a human resource manager's head spin.
That should have absolutely no relevance whatsoever in terms of how someone's compensated or their longevity with the company. It should just purely be based off merit and performance.
The appearance really does have a lot of import, and it happens on a subconscious level.
Dr. Adam Shiner believes looks do matter. In fact, he encourages patients to freshen up their look for success with a nip tuck or a simple makeover.
So anything that people can do to optimize their appearance can pay a lot of dividends, including, even the clothes they're wearing or the hairstyle they have.
When we asked what people thought of all this, it turned into he said, she said.
That's pretty realistic. I definitely see that in our society.
I think it's kind of false.
No one supported the idea, but plenty had a theory behind why weight and workouts may affect their pay.
It is a sign of how much you respect yourself and care about yourself.
People probably respect you more than someone that's kind of overweight because they consider them lazy.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair, but that's just the stereotype, unfortunately, our society has.
No, I don't think it's right at all.
That again was Jeremy Campbell reporting. So appearances do matter. That's really nothing new, even if we do hate to admit it. But the odd fact seemed to be a heavier paycheck for heavier men. The surveys answer, if a man is considered too thin, he's looked upon as nervous or a pushover in the workplace. Well, people in the Florida Keys taking advantage of a new water ride. Participants strap on the water-powered jetpack tethered to a small watercraft. From there, you can take off, fly, make soft turns, hover, and land. People who have already done it say they love it.
It's been my dream since I was a kid to fly, so it's just amazing. I can't even describe it.
You always dream of flying. What it'd be like to be that bird up there. And by golly, I experienced it.
A company called Jetpack Adventures offers up these rides for an hour and a half. It'll cost you $249. Coming up next, they're the dogs of dogs. Which one is now the world's ugliest? Plus one more look at the first alert forecast. Next on GTN.
For you, on air and online. Log on to mygtn.tv for news anytime.
I've been working at a Domino's store since 1986. I bleed for this company. But this carryout deal, ridiculous.
The deal is you can get large 3-topping pizzas for just $7.99 carryout Monday through Wednesday.
That's crazy.
I'm not crazy.
This pizza's worth at least twice what we're charging for it.
Customers wanted more carryout specials, so now we've got one that runs every week.
Every week?
Every week.
Patrick, I love you, but you're killing me.
Your GTN Community Planner is brought to you by Palm Gainesville Chevrolet Cadillac Mazda. Join the city of Williston for their Independence Day Festival and fireworks on Saturday, July 2nd. At Horseman's Park, the fun kicks off with the parade down Main Street at 5 p.m., followed by live entertainment, food, and a large fireworks display. Celebrate July 4th with the city of Alachua as they hold their annual largest small-town fireworks display in America at the Hale Brady Recreation Complex. The event will begin at 3 p.m. with fireworks starting at 9:30. Musical Meat Theater presents Disney's Aladdin Jr. on July 9th at the PK Young Performing Arts Center. All of your favorite characters are here in this stage adaptation of the Disney hit. There'll also be a silent auction with proceeds benefiting the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Santa Fe College is offering free classes and workshops for homemakers over 35 years old who have lost financial support. Classes start July 11th. Job counseling and basic computer training are offered to assist in the transition into the job market. Call 395-5047 for more info. Send your events to this email address.
Sir, no smoking.
Maybe I put you out.
Hey. Thank you.
She may be a little gruff.
I got him.
And her methods?
I'm not kidding you. I will frame you for something.
Maybe out there.
I got news for you. She's a good detective.
But you can't argue with her results.
What happened to your face? Good day at work.
Maria Bello stars in Prime Suspect. Coming this fall to NBC.
Let's say you're on your first date in the middle of the jungle. And things aren't going exactly the way you planned. So the wild may not be the most romantic place.
Oh my God, no.
Seriously, what's a little danger? Because if you can make that good impression,
Dude, shut up!
she's a special girl. Love could be just around the corner.
Where are you?
Love in the Wild premieres this Wednesday, 10/9 Central on NBC.
93 for the high tomorrow. Pretty comfortable out there compared to some of the temperatures we've been seeing lately. It wasn't too bad out there today. Scattered thunderstorms in the afternoon, and we'll see some isolated storms virtually every day in the forecast except Saturday.
Every day. Okay, thanks, Kyle. Well, finally tonight, meet the ugliest dog in the world. It's Yoda, a 14-year-old Chinese Crested and Chihuahua mix. She was one of dozens of dogs competing in California for the honor this weekend. Yoda only weighs 2 pounds. Her owner actually thought the pooch was a rat at first. Her short tufts of hair, protruding tongue, and hairless legs were enough to earn her the top prize. So you have some news about the baseball game.
Yeah, unfortunately, South Carolina up 2-1 in the 11th inning now.
Okay, thanks, Jeremy. Have a great night.
The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and Late Night with Jimmy Fallon will be seen in their entirety immediately after this update from the championships, Wimbledon.
The Stars were all in action
Action Monday as a grand fortnight of tennis entered week 2. Can the first sisters of the All England Club continue their quest for yet another crown? And on the men's side, who will emerge from a